Hey guys, Steve Unger here. Thanks for jumping into another edition of the Dabbling Angler. This morning is that day again. It's Mystery Tackle Box Day. We're out here at Lake Jericho, at a little cove that we're going to fish here. Hopefully some of the stuff in the box will be effective in this area. There's quite a little bit, we've got some grass cover here, some lay downs. Again, we go back into a cove. Gets a little more shallow. I'm guessing that we've got a little bit of stained water today, so hopefully we've got something that will work in that stained water. We had quite a bit of rain here last night, thunderstorms, that type of thing. So hoping that also means a little bit extra activity this morning. So without wasting any more time, let's go ahead and get in this box and see what we have to fish with this month. So let's see here, get our card first so I know what I'm looking at. The first thing in the box is we have something from 13 Fishing. It is their Jabberjaw. I've seen this before. It's kind of like a cross between a crankbait and a like a chatterbait, bladed jig. So let's see here, it is their citrus shad color. You can see that there. And it's 2 3/8 inches, weighs 9/16 of an ounce, pretty big hooks, dives 2 to 4 feet. Again, that's that citrus shad color. Let's go ahead and take this guy out of the box. I don't think this is going to be the first one that we're going to fish with today, based on what I see in here, but we are certainly going to give it a whirl. So let's see here, bear with me, but here you go. So take a look at this guy, see how that, so it's got a little extra movement on that bill, and here you go, tells you what we've got. Again, that color, that is something that is pretty bright, and hopefully works here. I think this is really cool. Look how the inside of those eyes, that is, and those hooks are sharp. Stuck myself. I'm really excited about this, and really can't wait to fish with it. Think this is going to be something that's going to be real effective. So we'll go ahead and put him back in his little case for now. And let's go ahead and get our next bait. So next on the list is our Googan Squad Hummer. Their version of a buzzbait. Color is black with blue flake. As you can see here, it's 3/8 of an ounce. So nice size bait, solid, and all right, I've also done a little bit of reading on this. You can see they've got a little rubber band here. We can tie our line in, that blade, and look at that, there's holes in the blade that's supposed to create a little extra action. We've got our bait keeper in here, mustad hook, really nice skirt. Of course, those familiar Googan Squad eyes, if you guys can see that. And let's see here, yep, on all of their baits they put the weight. So I'm not sure actually what I have that I can use as a trailer that's a similar color. So we may throw this without a trailer, just see what happens. But this, I think, is going to be what we're going to start out with. That early morning topwater bite. Let's go ahead and give this guy a shot first. All right, next on the list, well, not on the list here, but we've got some Spearpoint hooks. I really think the shape of these, I really like the shape of these. I've received these once before. and really enjoyed them. Unfortunately, got snagged and lost the ones that I had. So you can see here this V grip really is designed to set the hook and make sure that they don't slide off of it, so you don't lose anything. Again, these are the 3/0 size, and I think we've got something in here that we should be able to use to hook this with. All right, next on the list, Cabin Creek Baits Express Worm. These are Kentucky guys. They're just down the street from me, you know, about an hour and a half, 2 hours away, I guess. It's just down the street. They're express worm. So I think what we'll do, I've already got a shaky head tied on, so I think we're going to go ahead and fish this shaky head. But it does have that flat side to it, which, you know, again, to me, drop shot possibly, but, you know, certainly Texas rigged. But we're going to go ahead with the shaky head, since I already have one of those tied on. And then finally, as far as baits go, we have our Creme Lures Pro Series jerk bait. It's just a soft jerk bait, and it's a 5-inch bait, and really cool tail. Looks like there's a lot of movement in this. So we're going to go ahead and put that on the Spearpoint hooks, and we're going to fish this like a soft jerk bait, kind of, you know, twitching, and make it look like that dying bait fish. So anyway, guys, those are our baits in the tackle box. Of course, we've got some other things in here. We've got some information on Googan rods. We have the dibble, which has, you know, several articles in here just to kind of take a look, tips and tricks. Best pond baits. That's certainly something I'm going to read. Talks about spinner baits, shallow diving crankbaits, finesse jigs, wacky rig Senkos, Ned rigs. Got a little recipe in here for fish tacos, it looks like, and some information on walleye, which that's not necessarily, you know, for us down here, but I think we have a few places. Some tips on filleting, gliding versus zigzagging on your inshore topwaters. Talks about a little piece about the weather. And then 7 ways that anglers can make a difference. And, you know, the more I get out, the more those types of things drive me nuts when I find line, garbage, you know, just all the stuff that people leave behind. And, you know, it's unfortunate that that's the world that we're living in today. But, you know, we all can do our part and try to clean things up a little bit. And then finally, we have another sticker, which these things always make me smile. So guys, that's enough as far as things go, as far as the reveal. I'm going to go in and get a little testing done. So the first thing, again, that we're going to throw is that Googan Squad Hummer. I'm going to go ahead and get that tied on, and I'll be back with you guys in just a second. All right, guys, so we got our Hummer tied on, and I was able to find a little black and blue creature bait, a little beaver. So I'm going to go ahead. We're going to start in this cove, and we're just going to work our way through. So into the cove here, got some laydowns and things that we can fish, and I'm going to fish back into the grass and around the bend, and there's another little kind of, I don't know how to describe it, it's a little inlet that's full of grass. So we're going to try here first. That is making a ton of noise. That's awesome. Hopefully you guys pick that up. guys, wish we could get a little deeper in this cove. I saw some things breaking water there, but so what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna try to fish through this grass. So we're gonna get over here, set you guys up right here. Hopefully you got a good view of everything. I'm just gonna try to fish right in through here. Let's go over here. We're gonna fish in front of this, right through this grass line, and then back up this way, and then we'll go to our next bait. So far so good with this though. I mean, I know we haven't caught anything yet, but the action, the sound, everything is what it should be. A little too far over there. There we go. So we're done with that for now. I'm gonna put this guy down, and we're gonna try the Jabberjaw next. Get that guy out there. Again, I think we're just gonna fish the same areas. Of course, definitely not over the top of the grass with that, but you know, in front of it, through this little channel, through this cove. I think we'll be in pretty good shape with it. I'm real excited. I was interested to see, you know, get the feel of it, that type of thing. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and shut you guys down for just a minute, and get that Jabberjaw tied on, and go from there. All right, guys, got our Jabberjaw on, and this thing looks really cool. Sorry, I'm not trying to hypnotize y'all. All right, so really like the look of that. I mean, it doesn't have a rattle because it's going to make a ton of noise with this metal blade bouncing and carrying on. So again, we're going to make that same run, that same circuit. I'm going to go over here 5 or 6 casts, come through here in front of this grass, back down that shoreline, you know, and just really, more than anything, I'm just trying to get a feel for these baits. Any catches we get are certainly going to be a bonus, but you know, hopefully we can stick something pretty decent. I've got to be real careful in here. I just remembered when I cast out there, there's a laydown that extends in there, and I'm afraid that I might get hung up. really feel the wobble with this guy. It really moves around quite a bit. Sorry for the noise. I forgot to clean my reel. You can really, if you can, hopefully the camera's picking up my rod tip. You can really see how much this thing's moving. By the way, that rod tip is bouncing up and down. Take a look at it here if you can. Rod tip is just really banging all over the place. So again, if you could see that rod tip shaking, it really has a lot of side-to-side movement, which is really cool. I mean, that's what you want in this type of bait. Also helps you realize when you got one on, because that shaking tends to stop. So let's do this. We're gonna try to go right in through that grass line and see if we can pick something up there. And then maybe a few casts in through here, and then a few casts that way. The line just wants to stay on these hooks. All right. Alright guys, so just real quick review on that. We get a lot of movement. Deflects really nice. I could feel it banging off the sticks and such that's underwater. So again, you know, really love it. 13 fishing, good looking stuff for sure. Let's see here, maybe if I go this way. So I think, you know, this is going to be something that we're going to continue to use. 2 to 4 feet, you know, especially in a pond. Some of these ponds that I fish, that's probably about as deep as I want to be going, at least with this type of bait. So okay, now let's see what we'll do. Again, yeah, I think we're going to go shaky head on that Cabin Creek Baits Express Worm. So let me go ahead and get that pole set up. All right, while I get this put on, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about, you know, my thought process behind going this route. Is I've thrown 2 pretty quick moving baits through these areas and haven't gotten any bites, but that doesn't mean that we haven't woke something up or agitated something. Now this might be the spot to slow down, you know, a little easier presentation for them to catch up to. Again, you know, we've got our shaky head, a little bit of an exposed on the hook. We're going to go over here and again, we're just going to run that same kind of, I don't want to say pattern, but the same route. We're going to go here for probably 3 or 4 casts, up in that grass, around the grass, and down that shoreline. So let's get this shaky head down there, see what we can come up with. really hard to give a review on this worm because you can't see it. Can't really see any of the action. So really, our only judge here is going to be, do we catch anything? Wish we would have caught something on this. We'll keep him tied on, and we get to another spot that is a little less dense with this, we might bring him back out. But now I think it's time that we go to that soft jerkbait, that Creme Lures soft jerkbait. Again, we're going to fish the same areas. Just kind of, you know, that twitching motion. I'm real interested to see what it looks like in the water, especially on that Spearpoint hook. So we're going to go ahead and get a hook tied on and get him threaded in, and we'll be back with you. All right, guys. So Spearpoint hooks. I'm going to give you guys a better look at this. Hopefully you guys can see this against the dark background of my shirt. But that is a really cool design, and there is no false advertising. I've stuck myself 3 times trying to get this thing tied on. So let's go ahead and get our guy on here. So I'm gonna Texas rig him. A little cavity there, and really trying hard not to stick myself. There we go. Maybe not perfect. Certainly not perfect. Let's try that again. Alright guys, so we're going to get out there, same areas, and hopefully get something this time. again, I'm gonna try to fish this thing in those weeds. Dying bait fish in weeds just makes a lot of sense. So let's see here. I'll go here. Alright guys, so it is looking kind of ominous out there. I didn't think it was supposed to rain. So I love the way that this thing flutters. I mean, it mimics that dying bait fish pretty well. Not sure about the color today, but I'm gonna throw a couple more casts with this and then we're gonna wrap it up. But as I was saying, you know, I'm ultimately very pleased with everything that's in the box this month. I think that, you know, for me, I was real excited about seeing Alright guys, as I was saying, sorry, got a little tangled up here. Very, very pleased with everything that's in the box this month, as I am pretty much every month. You know, highlights for me, you know, that I'm always looking for new topwater, so that Hummer, that Googan Squad Hummer, I'm real excited about. That 13 fishing Jabberjaw, I've seen that out before. So it was really kind of neat to see that in the box. Again, Cabin Creek baits, everything they do, I like. And this Creme lures, this soft jerk bait, very, I mean, great movement. I don't know if you're seeing that on camera or not, but really like it. And of course those Spearpoint hooks, again, super sharp. Love that V in the corner there. It really does stick to fish. So I think we're just going to go ahead and wrap it here, guys. Again, leave any comments, thoughts, suggestions. Any of the lure companies want to reach out to me, that would be welcome as well. But until next time, guys, really appreciate it. Thanks a bunch, and you all take care.